Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now, we are in Forza Horizon 5, racing on some cross-country racing, of course, using the Porsche. Here, it's a off-road edition, believe it or not, so it should be good. Anyway, move it into P4, starting from P6 or 7, I believe. Now, we come over this big old jump over the bridge. Now, watch the BMW in front. He sort of takes the alternative route. Anyway, he needs to get back in for the checkpoint. Luckily, ghosting was enabled there. Otherwise, that would have been a bad day for the both of us. Now, we are in P3 now, just behind these two trucks. And from this, just trying to catch up really. So, skip ahead a little bit over this jump. I think that first truck here gets a bit of a bad landing. So he slows down quite a bit. Anyway, he gives us a little love tap on the back, just to let us know that he's there. But, you know, we keep it moving, keep it sliding, and keep P2. He then runs wide, probably trying to use me as a wall break, but that does not happen and doesn't work. So we remain in P2, of course. Now, gotta say that these off-road races are pretty fun. If you have to correct the car, of course, and you'll see coming up in some other races, people use some very surprising cars. Now, we'll skip ahead, just one corner to go before the finishing line. We take the outside of him, so still remain in P2, take this jump, make sure we're hit with straight, and no, we hit it at an angle, so we're there, you know, slowly spinning. Now we hit these little lamps, and now, whew, that was close, but I think he got it last second. So, next race. Let's go. Now, again, this is like a town off-road race. Don't really know how to describe it, but chaos nonetheless, of course. Now, in P4, so moved up maybe like a position, or maybe stayed. I'm not really too sure where we started. Now, we'll skip ahead a little bit. Watch this. There you go, the Hummer electric vehicle there. Very suspicious player, and very iconic horn, of course. Now, so that, well, we're in P4. Try and take a good line. I guess he wanted to try and use him as a brake, but obviously ghosting was enabled. Now he sends him off into another dimension. A lot of ghosting going on. Another episode of Ghostbusters. Now we brake a little bit too hard, a little bit too slow. We enter that corner, but coming up over this jump, the Hummer there gets a better line. He's now pushing left on a straight, trying to send him off. However, there's a lot of smashing going on. I think the truck got sent into, again, another dimension. Now, I did not want him to hit me. However, he went wide, which is good. Now, again, don't want him to smash into us, especially at a low sort of speed. But we get the job done and go around the corner, so mission successful. Now, get a horrible jump or landing. He then hits me, and again, brake way too slow. Brake way too hard to go too slow. Now skip ahead to the last lap and remain in P3, so not too bad, I guess. Now we will jump into the next race. Horrible landing, but yeah, we'll jump into the next race and let's see what happens. Now, we're coming to the next race now. So we're using the Mitsubishi Evo. Nice little rank up to level 88. Now we're starting in P5, skip a little bit ahead, still in P5. P4 there runs off the racing line, I guess, if you can call a racing line on a dirt track. Anyway, he comes smashing into me, hits me, uses me as a war stop. So we'll skip ahead. He crashes. So we take our original position back. So good result there. Anyway, next race we are in the desert, starting in P7. Now, if you want to see a crystal clear example of karma, you're definitely going to be seeing that in this particular race. So we're in P4 at the moment. Does take a second for the positions to update. Obviously P5 there flies over me to retake, well, to take, well, get into P4. So nice flying overtake there. Now, as we approach this little ramp bit, I'm not really too sure what position I'm in. P4 perhaps. That's P5, but I mean, I don't actually know where P4 is. Probably just there. Yeah, so P4 now. And as you see, P1 over there just took some incredibly weird line. That guy turns right on the straight, or on the left, sorry. So he's out of the race. Anyway, I take the inside line. My spoiler's gone missing way back there. And this Bronco here, again, not again, but uses me as a wall, but I went ghost, so he couldn't use me as a wall. Anyway, we are on lap 1, just final corner. Now I'm turning into him because I want to turn right. He's turning into me to not let me turn right. I then brake, he then flies off to the left. So what you're about to see coming up over the next couple of corners will be evident of karma. So we take that checkpoint there and this checkpoint quite nicely. It's lap 2, P3, so on for a podium. Now this particular corner now, take the ramp, too fast. Now I have to rewind there and resume, but it doesn't really work.
One eternity later.
So went back after a big period of it freezing for some reason, but we're not last, so it's not too bad, I guess. It actually is the Bronco, but I'm not sure if it's that one. Anyway, it's 5 seconds left to the end of the race. As you probably know, well, probably you're going to see it's a DNF, so that's a good result. Anyway, next race coming up is the same as the first one when we're using the Porsche, but now we're just using the Evo. Now we start in P1, I guess, because we finished last and probably, well, last left. So put us in P1. Anyway, take the ultimate wide line and lose out a couple of 4 or 5 places now. So that's good there. Although I'd say the Evo's not the best. Anyway, take the big old jump. We all be released from being a ghost, so we all can make physical contact with each other. Now, up ahead, everyone's sliding. We then have a grip. I tried to squeeze through the middle, but it didn't really work. Now, we remain in P5, I guess, at the moment. So we'll skip ahead. We've now made it into P4. To flying overtake, but my car landed a bumper first, so just slowed me right down. So now in P4 still, and only, wow, over halfway through the race now, 56%. Obviously first up there is just donkey miles away. Someone's playing a ridiculous horn. Now we just got to try and maintain some grip. You know, this is supposed to be like off-road rally sort of style car. Doesn't really fare that well on the dirt. Anyway, third and second, I guess, had a little tussle. Fourth just come flying in with all the grip. Now skip ahead to the last jump. Try not to rotate the car on the way down of the jump. Slam dunk. And yeah, so we finished in P4. Now let's jump into the next race. Let's see how we get on. So, jumping into the race. We are using the Ford Puma Rally Forza Edition thing. Now, bit of a chaos start there. Everyone's going into the first big right-hander, sliding and slipping. Someone somehow went under the map, it looked like. But as we come down off the ramp and then into this rounder, a lot of people are using this Mercedes race car. And I get pushed out, so obviously got to hit the rewind. The YouTube rewind, of course, so it puts me back. Quite a big disadvantage, but nonetheless we skip forward in 6th place behind 5th there, which I believe is the person, no, it was the guy in the TVR that hit me out. So now we've got to catch up to 5th at least. So smash the landing there, and if we look over this hill, looks like the Jaguar there gets spun out and hit. Not too sure what car done it. So we've caught up to 2 cars. The Mercedes are also crashing into the wall, so we fly and overtake him. Someone flipped down there as well, so quite a chaotic race. He then penetrates me and I turn into a ghost. Make sure we hit the checkpoint, of course. Now we've got this Mercedes again, this rally car, race car, Le Mans Mercedes, absolutely steaming down the old grass paths here, and we make a bit of contact there and there, but smash him into the wall, of course, as you do. A little bit of a battle there. Anyway, a little bit of hard on the brakes. He runs wide, but his car for some reason just has ultimate grip. A little bit of contact there as well, and he somehow gets third place. Now, saying that, we hit the ramp lap 2 or 3, and it's a case of just trying to overtake and catch up. So lap 3 now, a little bit of contact there. Jaguar now coming in to get involved. However, we get the shortcut through the fastest route through the corner, it being on dirt, and overtake the Jaguar there. Now that Mercedes for some reason is just stupidly quick. I don't really get why, but for sure, I mean, it looks like we're probably just going to remain in 4th as long as that Jaguar doesn't come and overtake, but you never know. I mean, we'll see what happens, and literally comes and does a flying overtake. So that was an excellent move. That was pretty cool, almost like a Fast and Furious stunt, of course. Anyway, that Mercedes went wide, but we know that Mercedes has ultimate grip, so there it goes. Speed enough into the distance. We've overtaken the Jag as well back there, so do remain in 3rd, I believe. 4th, sorry, not 3rd. Anyway, just got to try and catch up with this Merc, but I don't think we will. Unless something happens here at the finishing line. He takes the jump. The TVR there spins. And, almost catch. Now, finish, obviously, that race. Now, on to the next one. This one is pretty short. There's the TVR. That bumped me out. So, survived the first corner chaos and the drama. Now, skip ahead to just a little bit further forward. Still on that one. Now, a few cars there. Just exploring the jungle, sort of like Dora the Explorer. Now, again, we struggle to catch up and remain in 5th place. The guy behind is quite far, but we overtake the Subaru there, so actually bump ourselves up to 4th, which is pretty good. The TVR and Mercedes running wide. Same with the TVR. Now, beginning of lap 2, the Mercedes here about to overtake him, and there we go. Get punted out again. So not too good. Lesson learned. Don't be too close to the checkpoints. Now, last lap in 6th. So that's that pretty much. Now, if you guys did enjoy that, obviously please let me know. Give it a like, a subscribe, a comment, and we will jump into the next race. So the final race, back in the Ford Puma Forza Edition rally car. Now we take the massive jump, flying overtake there, kind of, and I'm not sure if we actually get into 6th. I think we do. Now it's all about trying to just actually keep it stable, going down that massive mountain, and we are actually going at some extreme speed. A few people crash out, Jaguar there for example, facing the wrong way. Now, almost missed the checkpoint, so actually thank you I didn't, to be honest. The Jag is now pouncing on us, so we have to try and get away in our Puma. A little cat jokes there, of course. And this race is kind of short, to be fair. I mean, you got the massive mountain bit, and then this one's just some cross country malarkey. But take the jump there, quite nice, quite smooth. About 45% now into the race. Obviously, we've been on this part of the race, this dirt track before in the previous race. So now 50% done. There's only 6 people in this lobby. 4th place we're in at the moment. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd are all actually quite close, and I believe 5th and 6th are actually kind of miles away, so we're kind of just running our own race currently. 66% done, so quite comfortable. I mean, third, obviously a bit closer to third than what we are to fifth, so it's not too bad. Again, third is in sight, fifth is quite a ways back. Make sure we hit the landing correct. Don't want to bog out the car, but I think that is pretty much us sold in fourth place. So overall, get a few set of races. So if you did enjoy the video and want to see more, let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the wall, turn the notification bell on, and I'll see you lot in the next video. Bye for now.